the Niners really haven't brought in competition. Someone to take the number 3 wide receiver job. It's wide open. They didn't get Julio Jones. They didn't draft a guy. They drafted Jalen Hurd in the 3rd round 2 years ago, and it seems like they're hoping he can get healthy and take this job. Are they placing too much hope on that outcome?
I don't think they're placing hope on him. So I think fans are. So I think fans are placing too much hope on him. I don't look at it as the 49ers are placing too much hope on him because they have a lot of bodies that are similar to Hurd, competing for this job, and the Travis Benjamins and, the Richie James and Jalen Hurd. And of course, Kevin White is still there, and River Craycraft and Austin Watkins. They have like 7-8 guys who could all theoretically you could write in a way that like if this guy shows these 3 things, he could beat this guy and win the job. Of those guys, Hurd is technically the most talented. But where I stand with Hurd is I'm actually a big Hurd fan. I thought what he showed in preseason was incredible. I think he would bring a different element to this offense.
He had more hype than Debo at that point, did he not?
Yeah, he had more hype.
He really did.
Peter King, remember, he came to that 49ers practice and he said he thought he saw the offensive rookie of the year in Jalen Hurd. So
which means that's the buzz, or that was the buzz around the organization. Because I refuse to believe that Peter King
off one practice. Right.
No.
That's a difficult conclusion to draw when you're not watching every other offensive rookie and you only watch one practice of Jalen Hurd. So he would have had to seen something special, and then people around the organization would have been like, we hit a jackpot with this guy. This guy is special. But what I want to say in regards to Hurd is that the problem I have with Jalen Hurd is I just don't know what you can expect if he returns from him. I don't know if 2018, 2019 Jalen Hurd is still in Jalen Hurd. The back injury troubles me because the back injury was supposed to be a 4 to 6 week injury that 7 months after he had the injury, he couldn't even fly to the Super Bowl. That's how hurt he was. So I don't know if he's recovered from that. I don't know how healthy he was. And we didn't even get to know how recovered he was from the back injury because he immediately had a serious knee injury and tearing his ACL in a no contact drill when he was working out, I think, to the side, right? He was working out to the side.
On the side field.
Yeah.
Bad.
So when you see things like that, it's like, okay, first, the goal should be for Jalen Hurd to have a healthy season. And then I think if he gets his body back, I think the expectations could maybe be there for next year. I don't know what you can expect. If Jalen Hurd is healthy for them, I think that's a plus in and of itself. To ask a large contribution from him is not fair and it's not smart.
I just get a feeling, and it's based on nothing, that the Niners would have drafted a wide receiver or signed one had they not taken Jalen Hurd and had he not been on this roster. I mean, he's a 3rd round pick that's going to be on this team for 2 more years. They've already paid him more than $2 million, and he impressed them in his limited playing time. I feel like they're really kind of chasing the dragon on this one, man, if you know what I'm talking about. They're really chasing it, and if it's not him, it's Juwan Jennings. It's like it's a committee. I feel like a lot depends on Jalen Hurd this year.
So I think, if you think about it, this is kind of what they did in 19-2. They had Pettis, who you were saying was awful in training camp, which people didn't believe you. It held to be true. They had Marquise Goodwin, who at the time they were saying they were going to limit his snaps because he had an injury-riddled 2018 after they paid him after 2017. So they kind of let it go. Yeah. You know where I'm going when we talk about our special topic now. But the thing is, so they kind of told us like they were kind of uncertain. They were hoping someone would step up. When nobody stepped up, they reached a point of desperation and gave up 2 picks for an expiring contract in Emmanuel Sanders. I expect something similar to happen. Maybe they'll do it earlier, but I think they're just going to go into this camp and say, okay, we like Jalen Hurd a lot. That's why we drafted him. Let's see if Juwan Jennings showed something. We drafted him. Let's see Travis Benjamin. We signed him. He's played with
Richie
Kyle.
James.
He's been a good player in this league. Richie James, we drafted. He could be good. Kevin White, was a 7th overall pick. He's a high potential guy. He could be
River
something.
Craycraft.
Frank Cohn will follow River Craycraft if he has 7 catches in a season. So maybe he's motivated by almost getting Grant's follow to get those 7 catches. So he could show something. So at this point, I think it's open. I think the bigger fear to me, honestly, it's not that one of these guys could step up and be the number 3 receiver, because I think they could figure something out. And I think there's other receiving options where it doesn't have to be 11 personnel, 3 receivers on the field. The bigger worry is if Ayuk or Debo get hurt. That's where I think this entire ball game changes.
There's no plug and play substitute like there was the last 4 years.
There's no starter.
No, like
Kendrick Bourne became. That's why he got paid to be a starter in New England, because he's a starting.
He's a legit starting quarterback. Yeah, absolutely. Yep. All right. Well, we're gonna move on to the next topic, but real quick, I've left the B money thing up there. It's almost like, like having like a really nice watch or something. It's like I just want to floss with the $100 tip on my channel. It's like I feel like $1 million right now. But I also want to thank George Yu for $5. Thank you very much. Go Grant. Go. Really enjoying the content. Vish is the man. Go Bruins. Yeah, go Bruins, man. When were you there, man?